What's up, everybody? What's up? It's your big homie, Reverend dfreshking, and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Movementspodcast. I'm your host, and if you're new to this podcast, welcome. If you don't know who I am, my name is Reverend dfreshking. I am a podcaster, I'm a YouTuber, I'm also an entertainer, a food reviewer, singer, songwriter, and anything these with entertainment wise, and I'm also a wedding officiant as well. So in today's episode, I will be, as you can tell by the topic, yes, we're going to talk about spirituality and how we use it in our everyday lives. So for those of you who are spiritual and want to get a full definition and all that stuff about what it's about and how to use it into your life in 2025 in this new year. So I'm going to give you a brief definition of what spirituality is. So spirituality is a deeply personal and broad concept that encompasses a sense of connection to something greater than oneself, often involving the search for meaning and purpose in life. So while spirituality is often linked in religious practices, it is not confined to them and can be experienced in secular or non-religious contexts. So I will be sharing some details more about spirituality and how it can be integrated into your daily life. So I'm going to share with you the understanding of what spirituality is. So the actual definition of spirituality is a connection to the divine, the universe, or a higher power. Exploration of one's purpose, values, and inner peace often involves practices like meditation, prayer, or self-reflection. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you the core elements to spirituality. So, self-awareness. We're going to focus on self-awareness, and then we're going to focus on interconnectedness, the purpose and meaning, and the compassion of service. So self-awareness is understanding your emotions, thoughts, and beliefs. The interconnectedness is recognizing the relationship between yourself and the world. So the purpose and the meaning is to seek a deeper reason for existence. Like for example, I tell myself I would love to know more about this earth. I want to know more about what this earth is about. I'm like that. I want to know the reason for existing in this era. For compassion and service, practicing kindness. When you hear the word compassion, we're talking about kindness. We gotta practice it and contribute positively to others. Now we're going to focus on the forms of spirituality. So there are 3 forms of spirituality. And the first one is religious spirituality, non-religious spirituality, and cultural spirituality. So let's break it down. So religious spirituality is guided by beliefs, rituals, and practices of a particular faith. A non-religious spirituality is focused on personal growth, mindfulness, and universal truths. And the third one is cultural spirituality that is rooted in tradition. Sorry about that. Tongue twister, y'all. Tongue twister. Folklore or ancestral teachings. Now, I will be sharing with you the spiritual practices of daily life, and they are about a couple of them. So the form of life, the first thing is prayer or meditation. We need to start or end your day with moments of silence, gratitude, or focused breathing. Meditate for mindfulness or to connect with your inner self or a higher power. The next one we need to use into our daily life is gratitude journaling. You gotta write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. And it cultivates a positive mindset and awareness of life's blessings. So the third thing to use in your spiritual practice for your daily life is to acts of kindness, meaning helping others fosters a sense of interconnectedness. Volunteer work, mentoring, or simply showing kindness to strangers, it can be like spiritual acts. The fourth thing we can use in our daily lives is nature connection. Spend time outdoors, appreciating the beauty and the balance of the natural world. Activities like hiking, gardening, or sitting in a park, it can be grounding. The fifth thing we can use in our daily life is daily reflection. Reflecting, meaning you have to spend time reviewing your day and identifying lessons, challenges, and growth moments. So, and reflect on your actions and whether they align with your values. The next thing that we can use in our daily lives for spiritual practices is use affirmations and intentions. Start your day with affirmations or set a positive intention for your actions. It does help focus your energy on meaningful goals. The next thing we can use in our daily life for spiritual practice is creative expression. Engage in art, music, writing, or dance as a way to connect with your soul. Creativity, it often allows for self-discovery and emotional healing. The next thing we can use in our daily life is mindful consumption. Be intentional about what you consume. I'm going to repeat that again. Be careful of what you consume. I'm going to say that again. Be intentional about what you consume. Whether it's food, media, or information. Choose things that nourish your body, mind, and spirit. The next thing we can use in our daily life is engaging in the community. Like you could connect with like-minded individuals through spiritual groups, churches, or community events. Like a sense of belonging enhances spiritual well-being. The last thing that we can use in our daily lives for spiritual practices is reading and learning. Me, I'm a sucker for learning. I'm a sucker for reading. Because right now I started to read like power moves, like the one that Sarah Jakes Roberts I have her book and I start reading it, and I make a commitment to myself that I'm going to keep reading it, because I have other books like the one for Dr. Anita Phillips. I tell myself I'm going to read her book because I do have the book. I tell myself I'm going to read more books because it's good to read books because you're gaining knowledge. That's why I said the more you read, the smarter you get, because what it does to our mind, we are consuming the right thing that's in our mind, and we have to be careful exactly what we read. So we got to explore spiritual texts, inspirational books, or teaching from various traditions. And it's because it also broadens your perspective and deepens your understanding. So we're going to go into the benefits of incorporating spirituality into daily life. And the first thing is emotional well-being. Y'all, reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. And it fosters resilience and a sense of inner peace. The next benefit is to improve relationships. You can use it in our daily life. Improve relationships. It encourages empathy, compassion, and understanding in personal interactions. And it also strengthens connection with others. The next benefits we can use in our daily life is mental clarity. It helps in decision making and prioritizing what truly matters. It encourages mindfulness and focus. The next benefits we can use in our daily life is a sense of purpose. It provides motivation and direction in life, and it helps align actions with values and beliefs. And the last thing is physical health. Spiritual practices like meditation and yoga, it can reduce blood pressure and improve overall health. So it also encourages holistic living and self-care. Now, I will be giving you some examples of spirituality in everyday situations, like like a morning routine. So, begin with a gratitude prayer, meditation, or positive affirmation. The second example of spirituality in everyday situations is for workplace. Practice mindfulness during tasks and treat colleagues with respect, dignity, and kindness. And also in relationships, we have to listen actively and communicate with empathy in your interactions. And that's the thing, that word listen. We have to listen. Before we jump into conclusion, we have to listen carefully. Because if you jump into action and then come to find out, that's why it's wise that you listen first before you take action on anything. Because when you do actions and then you think that's what the person says and all that kind of, so that's why we have to listen first. The next one example is on challenges. We have to turn to spiritual practices like prayer, journaling, or meditation to cope with stress or adversity. And the last thing is leisure time. Spend it engaging in meaningful activities like volunteering, reading, or connecting with nature. Now, I'm going to tell you how to start your spiritual journey. Now, I'm going to give you a few things. So the first thing to start your spiritual journey: self-exploration. You have identified what spirituality means to you and what aligns with your values. Experiment. You need to try various practices like yoga, journaling, or attending spiritual workshops to discover what resonates with you. Set intentions. Define what you hope to achieve through your spiritual journey. For example, peace, clarity, and connection. And be patient, because that's what I'm going to say this. In spirituality, you have to be patient, because if you're not patient, you will not get far if you're not being patient. That's why we have to be patient, because spiritual growth, it takes time and patience, and it requires a consistent effort. So the last thing is seeking guidance. Connect with spiritual leaders, join groups, or consult sacred texts for deeper understanding. So the key takeaway here is spirituality, it enhances the quality of life by promoting peace, purpose, and connection. Daily spiritual practices, whether religious or secular, create balance and fulfillment. It's a personal journey, and there's no right or wrong way to approach it. Now, I would you I'm going to give you a personalized advice and resources to deepen your spiritual journey. And that is, you have to define your spiritual goals. You got to ask yourself, what do I seek in spirituality? Inner peace, clarity, connection with God, healing, or guidance in life? Ask yourself this question and write down your goals and revisit them as you grow. And then the other thing is to create a daily ritual. Dedicate 10 to 20 minutes every day to spiritual practices like prayer, journaling, or meditation. For example, you can combine scripture reading with affirmations and gratitude journaling. Connect with nature. Schedule weekly walks or quiet moments outdoors to meditate on creation. Just like yesterday, I went for a walk yesterday, and it helps because when you it's like you're quieting your mind. It's like these are quiet moments. That's how I meditate on creation, and that's what I did yesterday. So this can align with Christian or non-religious reflections on life's interconnectedness. Incorporate music, as was explained right now. As a Christian hip-hop artist, create music that reflects your spiritual journey. Use lyrics to express your faith, struggles, or gratitude. Consider adding worship music or gospel rap to your daily life to stay inspired. Start a spiritual journal. Reflect on lessons, challenges, or spiritual breakthroughs. Write down scripture, quotes, or personal thoughts to document your growth. Attend a whole spiritual gatherings. As an ordained minister myself, host small groups or prayer sessions with themes like faith in daily life or overcoming challenges spiritually. Engage with others who share your beliefs or seek guidance. Use your talents for services through your ventures, like for example, podcasting, music, and ministry. Focus on uplifting and inspiring others spiritually. Mindful living through Danica Lifestyle Power. Use your platform to promote mindfulness, balance, and spiritual growth in practical ways, like for example, a morning reflections or goal setting videos. Now here are the resources for spiritual growth, and these are the books that I recommend you get, and this is for the Christian perspective. Check out The Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren. The second book, Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. The third thing, Experiencing God by Henry Blackaby. I will be reading those books as well too. Definitely. Anything spiritual growth, I love it. Second of all, non-religious perspective. The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Cool, okay. Now for podcasts, the Battle Project podcast, which I will be subscribing to and watching. Made for This by Jenny Allen. I'm gonna go on there, which I'll be subscribing. And last but not least, Transformation Church podcast. That's funny, I'm subscribed to them. And for general spirituality, On Being with Krista Tippett, the Daily Meditation Podcast, Soulful Vibes Podcast. And guys, there's also Christian apps you can go on, like the YouVersion Bible. It has like daily devotions and reading plans. And also Pray.com. This is a Christian meditation and prayer. And you can also like mindfulness apps like Calm, meditation and relaxation. The next one is Inside Timer. This is a guided meditation. For spiritual retreats or workshops, join Christian retreats for pastors, ministers, or creatives. You can explore interfaith or secular retreats focusing on mindfulness or purpose. For online communities, Facebook groups, or forums for spiritual growth or ministry. Now, another thing is spirituality. It focus groups on platforms like Meetup. Now, here is a suggested practice for your ventures. So, for Powerful Moments Podcast, I will be creating episodes like spiritual practices for a balanced life, or the role of faith in overcoming challenges. I probably won't do both. Who knows? Maybe. I will be inviting guests with spiritual stories that align with the audience needs. For Teacher Ford Academy, we're going to be offering classes. After we have classes that we're offering for free. Yeah. Teacher Ford Academy offer classes or sessions on topics like faith and creativity, or spiritual wellness through music and dance. And then the last but not least is the Fresh Beginnings Weddings Ministry. I'm going to be adding premarital counseling sessions, so you can book my sessions. You got to go in that link below. All the links are going to be in the description. It's go on the main one, the first link you see, that's it. So yeah, that is not first, the second link. So that's what I'm doing, and I'll be sharing faith-based resources with couples preparing for their spiritual journeys. So the next thing is we're gonna break it down based on the ventures and specific goals. Now, the resources for spiritual growth for podcast, music, and ministry. A podcast for Powerful Moments Podcast. The next one is suggested episode topics. We will be doing that. It's called Faith in Action. How to apply spirituality daily. We'll be covering those. We're going to be discussing prayer, journaling, and living out spiritual values in work and relationships. We're going to be featuring guests. Yes, guys, we're going to be featuring guests. Yes. So if you want to be a guest speaker, and you want to be a part of the podcast, you got to go down the description below. So for feature guest speakers like pastors, life coaches, or community leaders, down there. Now the next thing is overcoming pain. Okay. I want you to share a personal story of healing and encourage people. Encouraging, not just people, but encouraging listeners. But yeah. Wow, because that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I want you to share your story of feeling encouraged. Listeners to turn to your purpose, because I'll be sharing my story. The next thing is incorporate scripture on motivational goals. And the next thing is for spiritual creativity. I'll be creating how faith inspires art and music. I will be sharing how spirituality has influenced my music and creativity has dfreshking. I might be collaborating with other Christian artists, and that's probably what I need to share. Okay, so we're gonna go. I gotta add something here. So the lyric example starter is: in the storm I found my way to the light. Through the pain I learned to fight with inside. Faith stronger, His love never fades. Every step I take, I'm walking in His grace. Yeah. And we have to use like music promotion tips. You gotta include a short development video or prayer with more music. So yeah, we're gonna do more of that. More music releases. We're gonna collaborate with gospel and Christian hip hop artists for cross promotion. For fresh beginnings weddings, resources for couples, premarital counseling, worksheets, faith and communication worksheet for spiritual conversation. So yeah, that's that. We're gonna be offering those. And the next thing is faith and communication worksheets for spiritual conversations in marriage. Exercises like love life. Yeah. So that's that. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the resources on that, the worksheet, and we're gonna have exercises like love languages in scripture based on 1 Corinthians 13. And we're gonna offer wedding ceremony scripts. Traditional Christian scripts incorporate scriptures like Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. And let me see here. So the wedding ceremony scripts that we offer, we have traditional Christian script. You can incorporate scripture like Ecclesiastes 4 verse 12. A cord of 3 strands is not easy to work, and we can do customize. We can customize vows, offer biblical information for. So that's very important. That's what we need to know. Customize vows, and this vows is offering biblical affirmation for couples to include in their vows. So, and the next thing is a post-wedding blessings. Post-wedding blessings. I will be creating a principal prayer or reflection card for newlyweds. There will be events and classes. We'll be offering spiritual live streams or events for fresh vibes, birthday bash, and we're going to have segment ideas. We're going to start with a reflection or gratitude prayer. We're going to include a short testimony on how faith has impacted your life. We're going to have interactive elements. Upcoming ebook, which I finished creating that. Teacher for the academic classes, we do have that, and it's free. It will be coming through, and we're going to have dance, music, and storytelling, and you name it. And there's going to be customized scripts and content, and there's going to be a lot of amazing stuff for you guys. We have a whole bunch coming in 2025. Alright guys, so I do have some upcoming events that I do have. Let me go into my thing. I do have, so on March, I think it was March. Hold on a second guys, I'm going to make sure it's accurate here. So I know it's March, I think it's 15. Hold on a second guys, let me, hold on. I think it's March 15. Hold on guys, let me see here. I gotta make sure it's accurate. Yes, it's March. So I've upcoming something in March, and one in April. At the end of so that's 3. One at the end of this month, another one in March, and one in April. So I have an upcoming events coming up. I'll be attending. I got invitation to go to. So somebody invited me to do it, and yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys. God bless you, and I will see you in the next one. All links will be in the description below. Go sign up for the newsletter. It's going to be at the top, where all the digital products is in that link. Alright guys, thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys.